Alright guys, today is an episode of Club Review and today I am going to look at Newcastle United. Of all the teams to look at this season, this is probably the most interesting. Okay, so form-wise, Newcastle have had a bit of, well, I'd say a stinker, but they've had so many draws that it looks like that could possibly keep them up because they've only won 2 games out of 21 this season in the league. And those were to Burnley at home in December, and the last game 2 weeks ago, they beat Leeds at Ellen Road, which, was a good result. Um, so yeah, it's not been great. However, considering they've only won two, it is a bit of a surprise that they have only lost 10 as well. They've just had so many draws. In the FA Cup, an absolute nightmare, losing at home to Cambridge United. Um, that's just awful. There's no excuses for that. And in the EFL Cup, it was just a forgettable 0-0 draw against Burnley, followed by a loss on penalty shootout. So yeah, it's not been great form this season from Newcastle. Not a great start under the new ownership, but I don't think anyone expected having new owners to change the team instantly, because at the end of the day it is still the same group of players, although not anymore. They have signed a few in the past week. But yeah, anyway, form wise, not great. Okay, so Newcastle's best starting 11 for me is Martin Dubravka in goal. He's again, he's not been at his best this season, but I feel as though over the past few seasons he has been one of Newcastle's most consistent performers. So yeah, he definitely gets in my team. Although Carl Darlow, whenever I watch him play, is usually quite good as well. So it's not a bad pair of keepers to choose from. And then I've gone with a back four of Kieran Trippier at right back. No explanation needed there. Fabian Schär and Jamal Lascelles. I know they've signed Dan Burn in the past week, but I'm not 100% convinced that he will work straight away in a back four. I think that might take a bit of time. I've got Matt Ritchie at left back again. Could have gone with Matt Targett, but he hasn't actually played for them yet, so I don't have any evidence to base that off really. But yeah, it's not a great defence, to be honest. Ritchie isn't really a left back. I've sort of just had to push him in there. Well, he has sort of played there at times, I guess. And then midfield, Joe Willock, John Joe Shelvey, and Joe Linton. It's not a bad midfield. Could be improved. Joe Linton's been quite good over the past month. So's John Joe Shelvey. Joe Willock just hasn't had the goal scoring form that he did last season this year, but he still played quite well. And then up front, I've gone with Ryan Fraser on the right, Callum Wilson down the middle, and St Maximin on the left. I haven't put Chris Wood in because I don't really think he will be a starter once everyone's fit. I think he's more of a player to bring on with 20 minutes to go to cause the opposition defence a few problems. But yeah, St Maximin, great player. Same with Callum Wilson when he can stay fit. But yeah, that's what I think the best starting 11 is anyway. Okay, so Eddie Howe has had a bit of time now in charge of the team, but I don't think he's made that much of a difference to Steve Bruce. I think the amount of criticism that Steve Bruce got as Newcastle manager was like a bit over the top, to be honest. He's not the best manager in the world, but he's not a bad manager, I don't think. I think he got far too much stick. I know that Newcastle fans didn't like the negative football that he usually got his side to play, but on the other hand, it kept them up for 2 seasons. So I mean, you never know. With the lack of quality that Newcastle's squads had at times, under Steve Bruce. Under another manager, they could have gone down. So I don't think he did a bad job. But Eddie Howe, since he's come in, he's played better football than Steve Bruce, but the results haven't changed that drastically. I think they have got a couple of wins since Eddie Howe's come in, but still, I think they've lost more games so far under Eddie Howe than they have under Steve Bruce. But then again, I don't think they won a game under Steve Bruce. So Eddie Howe has made some difference, I think. And also, I think the type of football he plays, Newcastle fans do prefer that. But yeah. Okay, so Newcastle have pretty much been linked to every single player that's ever kicked a ball in the past 3 or 4 months since they've been, the richest club in the world. But I've picked 3 players that I feel they should sign to improve. So I think they definitely still need another centre back. I think Dan Burn is a decent player, but I don't think he's enough. I think you need someone else as well. I've gone with James Tarkowski because he is out of contract in the summer. Everyone knows about Tarkowski. He's a great aerially strong player. He doesn't make many mistakes, although he has made a couple this season. But over the past few years in the Premier League, he has been really good for Burnley. He's a brilliant tackler. He wins the ball quite a lot for Burnley. And then in midfield, I've done a bit of research, and I've gone with Fabian Ruiz for Napoli. Brilliant passer of the ball, can score goals from quite long distances, and has done this season. And also it's very good defensively as well, for quite a creative player, so which is what Newcastle needs. They have signed Bruno Guimaraes, but and he should in theory be a good player. I haven't put him in the starting 11 because he hasn't played a game yet. But he's not the answer in terms of attacking players, is he? They need someone in attacking midfield, I think, as well. So I think Fabian Ruiz could answer that problem. And finally, I've gone with a left winger to sort of back up St. Maximin a little bit, or possibly, play on the right as well as the left, because I think St. Maximin can play on either side. Because right now, all they've got is, besides St. Maximin on the wings, they've got Ryan Fraser, Jacob Murphy, and Almiron isn't even really a winger, so it's Murphy or Fraser. So I've gone with Tom Lawrence from Derby County, who, despite the problems Derby is having a really good season under Wayne Rooney. He scored quite a lot of goals. He's a fantastic dribbler. I've seen him play quite a few times for Wales. He's also a brilliant crosser of the ball, which, if Chris Wood plays, that could be a partnership that works. But yeah, I think he would be a good signing, and also Derby needs money, so he would be available. But yeah, that's what I think. So in summary for Newcastle, it's a bit weird because they are obviously struggling in the league, and they are struggling to stay up, and they're going to struggle to stay up. Only 2 wins all season in all competitions, which is awful. But they have acted on it in the transfer window. They've made a few good signings so far, like Bruno Guimaraes, Chris Wood, and Kieran Trippier. Those are 3 big signings. Dan Burn as well could be a useful player, as well as Matt Targett on loan until the end of the season. But I'm going to give them a 5 out of 10 because they are doing really poor in the league, but they are likely to improve now with the additions they have added to the squad. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it anyway. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.